Kristen Wiley, a former special education teacher of 8 years and Rubik's ambassador, has dedicated a large portion of her life to cubing with kids, hosting educational Rubik's Cube workshops, guiding children on how to solve and work with the cube. Kristen founded Cubing Enrichment Opportunities in 2017 and has toured various countries teaching children how working with the cube can not only improve your memory and problem-solving skills, but also boost your confidence, social and emotional skills, and create friendships with others. Wiley, along with her colleagues, is currently in Belize.
All right, say cheese.
Say Belize.
Okay.
You need one more? All right, so where is it? Can you find it on the cube?
My name is Kristen Wiley. I'm the Executive Director of Cubing Enrichment Opportunities. And what we do is we provide cubing programs all over the world. There's rarely any cubing programs anywhere available for after-school programs or even evening classes, so I provide those.
So Kristen is the all-star. This is the woman who's got all the tips, all the information you need to know. I'm good too. I've got useful tips and I can definitely help. But she's the big pro. Kristen can solve the cube anywhere between 14 to 20 seconds. It's very, very fast. She's also been a teacher for over 10 years. So she's very familiar with the classroom, she's very familiar with students your age, and she's very familiar with this sort of environment.
My name is Andrew Knowles. I've met Kristen Wiley through the internet. We met on Instagram of all things. Kristen's organization is all about inspiring and motivating children to really prioritize their own development and their own progression in life, to take charge. I think the cube has a way of promoting and enforcing that in a child's mind. It raises their self-esteem and their confidence and really helps them understand the capabilities they have as an individual. And so we use the Rubik's Cube as the way in. It just so happens that by learning the process of solving this puzzle, that it has that result. It inspires the children, and we've seen it not only in children alike. I mean, we see it in teenagers and adults. It's just a cool thing when you can figure out this complicated puzzle.
Now I know it's opposite. Now I know that yellow, white's supposed to be here, right? And I'm putting these up here. This helper step makes it so we can match our daisy petal like this. See, like this. And then add it to our cross.
This project has been going on since 2019. I had plans, I was making newsletters for my organization talking about Belize 2020. Of course, COVID happened, and then I came out of it, and it's happened now. So 3 years later, the dream has come into fruition like this.
And then underneath to get your cross.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Go for it.
I know it might seem a little intimidating at first, but believe me, there's a reason we're showing you this first. This is like your map before you get in your car and you drive.
Kristen is a very ambitious woman. She has been since before I met her, but obviously since I've met her, she's shown me that from the very beginning. As far as Belize, I wasn't shocked at all because Kristen made it very clear to me early on when I met her that she wants Cubing Enrichment Opportunities to be a global organization. She sees the need everywhere for something like this. You know, for example, before we had even discussed being in a relationship with one another, she told me that if she was going to date a person again, they'd have to know how to solve the cube or learn to solve it, because she believed in what it takes for the mind to conquer that task, and she wanted to ensure her partner was someone who had that principle and discipline. I think Kristen chose the cube because it spoke to her. Kristen did not learn the cube until she was an adult. She was, hopefully I get the story right, but she was in a college dorm mate's room and they had a cube sitting there and she just asked if she could take it with her. And she fooled around with it for a bit and ended up figuring it out in about a couple weeks. And I know there's another story she tells about a student who once saw her solving the cube, and then a year later she saw that student again and they knew how to solve it, and they told her, you know, I saw you solving it and that's what inspired me to go do this. And her being a teacher herself, that just spoke to her. She's like, wow, you know, that's just one student, I wonder if I could do more. So she started her cube clubs and it proved true that it spoke to the kids.
Then you have FUF, F-U-F. What FUF does, regardless of what it says on your sheet, what it does is this one, you're gonna send it in this direction. Up, see, I flipped it up, I'll do it again. Watch, see how it's gonna match with this one, see how it pairs it up? That first move, see, and then the next move is what? U prime, so it goes over like this, and then that last F puts it back into place.
If I wasn't sharing the cubing, I would have quit a long time ago. So I go to competitions because I want to see the students that I'm working with and I want to see the people that I got signed up. I'm a regular cuber just like everybody else, and so I felt the curiosity and the drive to learn these patterns and felt the rush and excitement of going from 5 minutes to 12 seconds and every single achievement rush of happiness that happens. And that's what seems to happen, because you know, when you can't solve the cube, it's frustrating, but then when you can and you do for the first time, it's like, wow, like I can. So the cube is like this manipulative in your hand that helps you with ambition, goal setting, spatial reasoning, prediction, brain's elasticity.
R prime. R prime. U.
Yep.
U again?
No, R.
U. R prime?
There's been 10,000 competitions worldwide, 100,000 competitors, and there's so many that are not in different countries, such as Belize. So now we have a whole list of people who've competed in Belize and set records for Belize since 2009 and since ever in history. And so that's really important because it's a safe activity. They have rainy seasons that flood, and cubing, your cube will survive a flood. You know, your cube's not going to go anywhere, you know, but your game system might get ruined, but your cube will still be fine.
Does this happen a lot?
No, it doesn't happen. This isn't even supposed to happen right now. It ain't even raining.
Was it raining when you came to school today? This morning?
It was not.
Did you ride your bike?
Last night in the rain.
Everyone in the class, I need your attention. I need your eyes on me. It's very, very, very. It's very, very, very wet over here. So I'm gonna try to block this area off. Let's not walk over here because I don't want you to slip.
There you go. Now, right to the yellow top. Now, what do you got?
I like to phrase it to people like this. The puzzle is fun. I'm not super passionate about the puzzle. What I am passionate about is what it does for people. I see the way it inspires the children, as I've touched down on, and it uplifts them. There's something that happens to a kid when they learn how to solve this cube, because they're surrounded by adults that not only don't know how, but just openly admit oh, I could never do it. So when an adult is going around saying, I could never, and a child does it really shows them man, I really can do anything I put my mind to. And someone like me, I could have used that a lot when I was younger. I needed a mentor or a leader that was offering me that. That's what I was craving, and I didn't get that. So I see it as my own personal duty while I'm here to offer that to as many people as possible, whether they need it or not, could use it or not, I have it to offer.
That's it.
Let's go. You ready? Another day of competition.
When I pick this up, I'm not turning it at all yet. Don't do that. You're just inspecting to say, okay, what are my first moves gonna be? And then you put it down, wait for the green light, now you can start. And then at the end when it's solved.
My name is Jose de la Fuente, and I started cubing in high school. A friend of mine brought a cube to school, and he showed me, and immediately it just intrigued me, and I learned it in a couple of months.
Have you been waiting for a competition then up this point?
Yes, I have been waiting for that long. I've been waiting for a competition.
Yeah. So what was your reaction when you saw on the World Cube Association website that there'd be a competition in Belize?
I felt like a 14-year-old again. I went all the way back to my childhood. Like, this was a dream of mine way back then, and now that there's a competition here, like I'm excited, really excited. A lot of kids love this right here, and I think it's a good hobby, you know, like instead of the kids being in the streets and doing all these things that they're not supposed to be doing, like this is a great hobby to keep them off that and just, yeah, a good hobby for them, you know?
Yeah.
I think it'll be very successful if cubing is spread more in Belize, in my opinion.
Are you still in Belize nationality?
I competed under Belize for the first like 2 or 3 years, and then I switched to US. I felt like, you know, every record I set, every personal best was going to be a Belizean record. And I was at the point where I was competing with like the best Americans, so I wanted to see how I stack up, you know. Ready.
New cuber's reaction. There's a clock. The chi clock, right?
It's smaller than I expected.
Yeah, like you see all these, you think it's gonna be huge. Okay, so that.
Is that the clock?
Yeah, it's a clock. It's a clock. So if I do this, and it's
Oh, the square.
The community, I think, is really cool because everyone's so helpful. You can reach out to any other cuber, and I feel like 9 times out of 10 they're going to get back to you, and they're going to get back to you to answer whatever question you have or to offer something useful. I've yet to see much interactions wasted. The next couple of years are going to be a very exciting time for cubers, especially with a program like Kristen's, a business like hers, a nonprofit that goes around the world creating cubers. You know, like doesn't get much better than that.
So we go this way, this way, this way.
Okay. It's smaller than I expected.
And there's a J-perm. It's like
A J-perm square one.
Wait, is it like like how different is the J-perm algorithm for square one? I'm gonna stick with
both layers.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna stick to 3x3 J perm. Sticking to 3x3 J perm.
Finally, how far did you travel today?
About 2 hours.
2 hours?
2 hours, yeah.
And so, what, all for 5 stalls, right?
Yeah, I was for 5.
How did you do in the finals?
Pretty good, yeah. I got my best was 15.
Nice.
15 and I averaged under 20.
Oh, wow.
Under 20 seconds, yeah. It's pretty good for me. I had to finish what I started.
And one more for our Megamix national record in Belize with a single of 3 minutes and 8 seconds, Noe Smith.
I definitely think that they're in good hands because several adults we have met are inspired to do what they can to lead the community. I'm really excited to see what comes next for Belize, and my hope is they can help set the standard for what we plan to take to several other countries going forward.
And one last round of applause for Kristen making this all possible.
Would you count this international trip as a success, and why?
Yes, I would count it as a success because I never even thought it would happen. I was like, how can I possibly do this? I was like, got travel grants and like STEM grants for like materials and all that stuff, and it was just all in me. All I had to do was work really hard with the kids, and I got a lot of good feedback from parents, you know, saying that their kid can solve the cube or the teacher was really great, and so it's wonderful that the kids are benefiting so well, and then I get the essentially payoff of being able to get more materials as well as traveling in the future more. You can find my organization at cubedcommunities.org. I'm also on Instagram at cubedcommunities_, and then where you'll see a lot of updates on my programs and a lot of footage from programs as well.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, cubing! Cubing!